Hi, my name is Sanat Biswal, also known as the accountant guy, and in this video I am going to explain how you can utilize this charity donation tracker to track all your donations towards charity. So first of all, on the top we have donation funds overview, which has three different sections over here. The first is the fund setup, then we have donations overview, and finally we have the summary. So we'll go through each step by step. First of all, we'll go to the fund setup. Under fund setup, we have divided all the donations into three different categories, that is health, environment and education. You can edit this existing categories by clicking on this, and you can type anything over here to edit this existing category. Or if you want to add any new category, you can simply slide this slider on the bottom to the right, and you will see that you get a plus icon over here. So this will help you to add a new category to the existing categories. So if you click on this, it will ask you to create a new group. Once you create a new group, you will add a new category altogether. So with these three categories, I am going to explain further. So underneath each category, we have different funds set up. So as for health, we have American Red Cross, then WHO and care funds. So under environment, we have Sierra Club, the Nature Conservancy, the Rainforest Foundation, and so on for education as well. If you want to quickly add a new fund, just simply click on this add funds button over here. Once you click on this, it will create a new fund without any classification. So you need to slide to the right, and then you will see a new fund getting added over here, but it is under no classification. So you can click on these three dots and just move to any of the new category that you've added. So let's say I'm placing it under education. Now this belongs to the education category. Once it is placed anywhere, you can click on this pencil icon and you can start editing the details which we'll be discussing now. So first of all, you need to add the name of the fund. So just say I'm adding a new name over here. So I'm putting new fund as a new fund added. So this is the name of my fund. Then you can start to add the opening balance. So opening balance is how much of donations you have made to this fund as at the start of the financial year. So you can click on this and you can input any amount of your choice. So let's say I have a starting donation of $1,000. Then you can put the targeted donation. So this is how much of donation you are looking to create for this specific fund. So let's say my targeted donation is $10,000. Okay. After this, you can click on the add start date. So start date is since when you started donating for this specific fund. So let's say I started donating it since January 1, 2023. So I have just quickly type it over here. So January 1, 2023, and as you click enter, it automatically takes you to that date. You click on this and click on over here. So my start date is set, and the target date is by when you are looking to create the specific fund that you have already added. So my end goal date, that is the targeted end date, is let's say December 31st. Okay, so I'll put December 31st over here. Once you put all these details, all the information that is required for any specific fund is already added, and then you can look into other details. So just to give a quick brief, if you want to add a new fund, simply click on this add fund button and everything will be added. And similarly, if you want to delete any added fund, click on this three dot and you can click on delete. So I'm going to quickly delete this added fund. This is just an illustration. We will explain, we'll learn it from the already added funds. So if you want to edit any already added funds, also click on this pencil icon. You can edit the details that has been already added. Okay. So before going to the donations overview and summary section, we will navigate to the recent donations part, which is at the bottom. So for all the donations that you make, everything will be split into month wise. So the later the month, it will appear on the top. So November appears on top of October. For each of the donation that you make, you have the date, that is when you are donating for the specific fund, the description, and then you can select the period. So we have made a contribution towards Sierra Club on November 2. So my period is November 2023. If you click on this, you will have all the period that is getting created over here. If you are creating a fund on a new date, so let's say you are creating it on March 2024, you can type that and it will help you to create that new period for your choice. So you can click on this plus icon and it will help you create a new period. Okay. So after this, you have the fund. So you can click on this and you can select any of the fund that you have already added in the fund setup. So I have selected Sierra Club. Once you click on this, you will see that's a requirement figure coming up over here. So requirement is how much of fund you need to contribute every month since the start date in order to reach the targeted amount of donations by the end date. So we had set up the Sierra Club fund on June 16. So since that period till February 29, we need to roughly contribute $1,200 every month. Okay, so this gets calculated accordingly, and it will help you to estimate how much of fund do you need every month. Okay, so this requirement is that figure, and in amount section you can the amount of donations that you're making each month, you can put this amount over here. So let's say I have contributed $1260 while my requirement was $1200, and thus I have contributed beyond my requirement. That's why I'm getting a check mark over here, which signifies that I have contributed enough for this specific fund for the particular month. Okay. Similarly, if you look at other funds, this is a UNICEF fund, so this requirement was 2113, but I could just donate $900. So this means my donation is falling short of the requirement. So that's why I'm getting a cross mark over here. So this gives a quick overview of whether you're contributing enough or not for the specific fund. Once you've made the donation, and just to give another insight, you can click on this add donation icon of the button over here. So once you click on this, it will automatically add a new line item with the current date that you are on. So today is October 10, so this is adding a new date under October month, and you can start putting the details as was as explained earlier. Okay, so I'm going to quickly delete this before we proceed further. Once you have made the donation, you can go to the quarterly overview. Quarterly overview signifies all the donations that you make for each of the month divided into different quarters. So for Q1 we have January, February, March. For Q2 we have April, May, June, and so on. So since we made the donations in quarter 4, I will just slide it to the quarter 4 area. So here you can see that we have got October, November, December, and for each of the month we have got some figures. So October signifies the total donations that we made was $900, while the requirement was 2113. Now you can notice that this is coming in red color, which signifies that our donation is falling short of the donation requirement, and we have just donated 43% over here. Okay, so that's why it is coming in red. So once you make enough donations, it will come in green color, which you can see over here that the donation requirement was $1200 and we made it up to 1260. So that's why we made enough donation for this specific month. Okay, again, all these figures are calculated once you keep on adding all the necessary funds in the donations page. So as you add more funds, it will automatically get updated with the necessary calculations. So I'm going to quickly show you again what I was explaining. So underneath here you can see that for November month we have a green highlighted figure over here, which signifies we have contributed enough, and that is 105%. Now if your total donation and the donation requirement is the same, this will come in blue color. Since we have not made any donations in December month, it is coming in blue color, which means that our donation is equal to the donation requirement. Okay, so this is how you can quickly see the quarterly donation section, and you can assess whether you have made enough donations for the charity that you have set up. Again, for all these quarters, you can see on the top that there is a calculation getting done over here. So this indicates how much of donation you have made in total for all the months combined. So for quarter 4 you have like 1260 plus 900, which is 2160. So this is indicated over here. So this is all that we needed to understand in this section. Now we will go to the donations overview. If you want to see specific donation wise overview, this is the page this is the view that you want to look into. So underneath health we had set up like American Red Cross, WHO Care, and so on for all the funds. So I'm going to explain one fund out of this. So for American Red Cross we had made a total donation of $1000. So this includes the opening balance that we had set up in fund setup and any subsequent donations made. Okay, so this figure is coming $1000, and the target amount was $5000. So we have just reached 20% of the targeted amount that we had set. The targeted savings date, that is the end date that we had set up, was December 31st, which is exactly 3 months from the current date. So currently we are in October, so October, November, December, it is calculating 3 months time period that is left. So every month that you move by, this period will automatically update and it will keep on reducing. So for February 29 it is like 5 months, and similarly for other months the calculation has been done. The contribution required per month is again what I explained earlier, that is the total contribution that you need per month from the starting date till the end date to make sure that you reach the targeted donation amount. Okay, so this is getting calculated over here. So this gives a quick overview of how much of donation you need to make per month so as to reach the targeted donation amount by the specific end date, and then you have a total contribution amount on the top for each of the specific category. So I have made a donation of 1000 plus 500 plus 1200, and plus subsequent donations have been made in the donation part. So this is getting indicated over here. Okay, so you can also change these values to any of the necessary figures. So you have a lot of things over here. So once I click on contribution per month, it automatically will update for all the contributions that we have made. Okay, so this is completely flexible and it is dependent upon your choice. It takes a while to update, so do not worry about this. And after all the donations have been made, you can move to the summary section. In the summary section, you will get a quick overview of what has been done so far. So the total donation that was required was 80,500, which is the summation of all the donation requirement. and we have made a donation of 11,310 so far. Okay, so we are falling short by 69,190 from the targeted amount, and this indicates how much of total donation requirement we have made so far. So 11,310 divided by 8,500 is around 14%. Okay, so this is a quick overview of all the donations that we needed to set up. Once again, this entire dashboard can be set up in any currency of your choice. Notion supports a lot of different currencies. I have included I've included a video over here which can help you navigate through the dashboard to how to change the currency. It's a different setup. So again, you can change this currency to any preferred currency of your choice. Okay. If you have any questions for this donation tracker, feel free to reach out to me at notionformyuse@gmail.com. I'll be happy to assist you on this further and explain more about this. Thank you.